Hello and welcome to a new game review. Let's see how this game went. The startup is pretty generic. I think I've said this a dozen times. Is it like a dozen videos? Well, that's the least important part. Um, Over here, it's pretty much among the variations that I've seen so far. This time I'm thinking to not feed my bishop up and instead go here with the pawn so he cannot come with the horse. What is he going to do? Is he going to come here? I take it. He goes here. I take it, and then I put my king here for protection. So there's no loss for me. I don't need to hurry to defend or something. He also imitates this, so I cannot go here now that they've done it. Then I move in to make room for castle. He gets the horse out. Then I root my castle. Obviously, what you probably get used to seeing me do. He decides to go a bit aggressive here, but I'm thinking, what can he do? He can take a bishop, he can take a pawn, he can take a horse, all things that I can definitely protect. There's nothing that he can do here. I'm just going to move my pawn here to force the horse to do something. If he doesn't move, I'm going to take it with the pawn, even though he manages to win one in the end. He decides to take my bishop. I take the horse with the queen. Nothing special here, I think. He does his own castle, and I realize because he moved here, this pawn is free. Exactly as I seen in other review of the games, this is a free pawn for me. So I just, oh, well, seems like I forgot myself that I went for this. I went in to threaten this bishop to force it to move, which he does. I'm lucky he doesn't move here, so I can still take this pawn for free, which I actually do here. Yeah, I forgot that I just went to threaten that bishop first. Then he moves this one. I'm thinking maybe he's allowing himself to move back in case I decide to push him or something, which actually was something I was considering. It just took two moves though. So now I'm thinking, what exactly can I do here? Um, I could. I was thinking that like with the horse, there's nothing that I can threaten here significantly. This bishop can't go really anywhere. The horse is kind of stuck here, which is probably something that I will have to. I want to see in the review game exactly what would have been better to do except this, because now the horse is quite limited in movement. Though these two moves were decent in their own right, as I can notice them right now. I was thinking about this, then he would obviously take with the pawn, but what if I would have the queen here, so the pawn is pinned, and then I force a checkmate in this position. Obviously, this one is protected by the horse, I just need to make the horse move. So I was thinking maybe I could just up with this one, but then I would leave a lot here exposed. Then I have the horse that I can start moving with him around. Probably this one would have been a better move now that I'm thinking about it, and I would force the bishop to move here, and then I could very well just move the pawn here to force the horse just move out, and then another move with the pawn here to have this center fixed in my advantage. So what I decide to do is, because I cannot be here with the queen, I'll move here and I'll threaten this pawn, and with the bishop I'll be able to take the pawn. And he can't take the pawn. And then whatever he decides to do, either checkmate him or I don't know, find something. Um, and he decides to threaten the horse. I decide to move back the horse and at the same time threaten the bishop. This is the moment I noticed it. He moves back just as I thought. Here, honestly, I'm thinking that maybe it would have been better to move these two pieces, but I was like, two moves in there. I don't really like it. So I'm thinking that maybe I move my queen here, so he feels compelled to move his own pawn, so he has a clear shot for my queen, and I won't be able to take it because it's protected by the queen, and then I will move my bishop here, which was pretty bad because then he would have a free shot for my queen, right? So then I move my pawn forward. No, well, I bamboozle myself. Yeah, seems like I still risked it. Ah, yeah, of course, I remember. There's still the pawn move here that I can do because he does fall. I mean, he does fall for it. And then I was thinking that there's one thing that I can do to throw my horse in the way, or I could throw my pawn and force the horse, threaten the horse. And sorry, I did the same mistake again as yesterday. All right, we were in this position. All right, here I thought that, well, he's gonna move the horse or protect it. He instead goes for mine. Um, Obviously, this is a good choice because if I go for the horse, he goes for the queen, but I have my own plan to go with bishop. So now he has a lot of means to move, and I think there was only one move that he could do to protect himself from a checkmate. Um, and actually, this one would have been a second one because it was protected by the horse. Yeah, there were two moves at least. And he manages to find a good one with the horse here, and he even saves it for the pawn if that was ever a threat. And here I decide to move here with the queen because from this position he threatens to take the queen, and this way I protect the bishop in case he wants to take it. That would be good for me because then I would go with the queen here. Well, honestly, not that good. I realized afterwards that even if I'm there, I won't be able to check the king. I'll just be able to put some pressure on the horse, which is not that good. And he's starting to gain advantage because I had to move the queen here, and then he can go with the pawn here, which he actually does. And now I can't take the pawn because the queen is protecting it. So I decide to move back the bishop and protect it. Um, there was nothing for me really to win there. And at the same time, I am threatening the queen, hoping that maybe he will either move the queen somewhere that's not favorable, either he's gonna take the bishop. Here I was hoping he's gonna take the bishop, but too much hoping, and that will never happen. And I'm starting to see this position to flank the queen again. He decides to move the pawn. I decide to take it with my own. Here he takes to the horseback. Honestly, I hoped it's gonna be with the pawn, but he doesn't. He knows how to protect the king. And then I decide to move the rook here because I can't threaten I can't threaten the queen anymore, and it would be unfavorable for me if I take the horse and he decides to take it with his queen or his rook, because then he would be able to put pressure on this pawn over here. So he goes in here to protect this pawn, and honestly, from here on, I sort of lost the sight on finishing the game completely, and I was like, how can I put pressure on the queen, or how can I gain material? And I was not really thinking about how to end the game. Everything was like, if I move the horse, it's like at least one move away, and he's right in my corner. So what can I actually do here? I decide to go with the pawn and then move another one to force the bishop to move, because one cheeky move that I've noticed is that I can come here and check the king, and then maybe try and gain some material through this move or through this one. And then if I reach here with the queen, then I'll be able to come with the queen here. If he takes the queen, then I will be able to take the rook, but this bishop blows everything. And even if I come here, he would still be able to move that way. So Another move could be to go here. Maybe I'm lucky and he goes with the pawn, but no, most probably would go with this one or this one, and then I could move. Well, obviously here I can't because of the bishop. So he's in a very good position where I don't know exactly how to breach. My rook is stuck here because of the horse that can't move. Basically, I limited my own potential over here, all the while he has that line, all of it free, um, and has two more pawns than me. The horse is active and does something, mine doesn't. Honestly, thinking way back, I should have moved this horse way back so I can move more freely with the rooks. He decides to threaten the queen, which is honestly a good move. In his shoes, I would have done the same, but now that kind of limits me exactly on what I can do. I think here I decided to move here because the pawn was protecting the queen. I was going here because I wasn't ready to trade the queen. Um, and then I kind of forgot what he moved. Yeah, he moved here. I'm unsure why he. Oh, yeah, I remember. I moved here because I wanted to take the bishop, and he moves to defend the bishop. Yeah, now I remember, and I mean most probably I can see it. And then I'm thinking, well, now if I take the horse, he's going to be forced to take the pawn with the pawn, right? And then I can sort of try and give a check somehow there. I think that's what I did. Yeah, that's what I did. So he takes it, and then I realized that I can do my thing and check him that I planned before. And I was like, if then I can take this this pawn here, but this bishop is still a problem in my back. And then I could have gone here to check the king, but this other bishop, is another pain in my back. So there's nothing that I can do there. Only thing would probably be to move the pawn one more and somehow get it killed. But yeah, there's nothing like that. There had to be a way to go about it, which I can't wait to go for the review because right here I'm a bit slumped with ideas exactly on what to do. Obviously, he moves here instead of moving the king. The king is in good position. I obviously can't go here, do another check. And now I realize that I can do an exchange with the queens. So I'm thinking, okay, let's do that and see if we end up in a better position. He decides to threaten the rook here, and then I move forward to threaten the bishop. Honestly, I haven't seen the problem. Probably from you guys, see looking from the screen, it's pretty obvious that there is one move that can end the game right here, and I really didn't pay attention to it, and it's exactly this one. Yeah, it didn't take him 20 seconds. It took me to do this move. I was like, yeah, I can I can definitely move here. Honestly, I think even if I moved the horse here, I would have still been better. I mean, sure, I would have lost the rook. Best move I could have done is move here to stop the checkmate. Um, but yeah, it's I'm pretty disappointed about how I played the later part of this game. And now let's go to the review and see how things could have gone better. My opponent has done practically just one inaccuracy, so his score is very good. Mine, on the other hand, pretty disappointing. Um, and honestly, it's not considered a blunder, if you can believe. The blunder is this move with the queen when I moved it with it here, because, well, in its own view, I'm losing a pawn. So because of that, that's considered a blunder. Interesting. Not a rook. That's a mistake. I'm unsure how these are quantified, but well, this is not an important part, so I'm not even trying to see what's the difference between blunders and mistakes. All right, this startup is generic. What could have done been? Ah, we've just went for it? Why? Okay, okay, okay. And then what? Move the king here. It's both good. What would have been the best? Huh. Even he doesn't know what's the best move. Oh well, whatever. Seems like this is in an inaccuracy. Fine. I I could probably be fine with that. The balance is zero anyway, so I don't think it's really that important. Alright, here is an accuracy. It's an accuracy on my part. Why? Because I could have taken. Hold on a second. What would have been the best move? Taking the rook and I win a point. Okay. Yeah, should have gone for it from the first try. Um, this is the best. I mean, he could return. Alright. I'm in a slightly more advantageous position. This is considered decent, but not as. Because I could have taken the pawn. That's why it's somewhat advantageous. Okay, he goes back, which allows me to take the pawn. It's a good move, I suppose. This is considered an accuracy. What they've been. No, wait. I don't care about this. I want my best move. Okay, so I was forcing it, but then he could have gone. Wait. He moves here. I move the horse there. So I can take it if he takes it. He threatens the horse. I take the horse. He's forced to take the bishop. I protect the horse and stop the queen from pointing at the king, probably. Okay, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I would have activated the horse way sooner, so I like that part. Okay, that's considered good move. There's a blunder because of the I lose a pawn. But I'm curious. Is this a good move? Yeah, it's decent. Best. Oh, it's taking a lot of time again. It's fine. Okay. It's a considered great move. This is considered an accuracy. The best move. Oh, I was just looking at it. Why? That's the follow-up. Okay, he takes the horse. Threatens the queen. And then protects the horse in the new position. Alright. Yeah, that would have been better. This is a decent follow-up, I suppose. It's a good move here, okay. It's a good one. Can you tell me what's the best? The horse. Yeah, I think so too now. Fight for the pawn. Wait. Okay. Okay, and then I threaten the bishop and the horse at the same time. So if he goes to protect both of them with one move, that's pretty great move. Actually, I like this one. So I would have moved the... No. Okay, 1 second. Best. Okay. Follow up. Okay. I move the horse, he moves the rook. I move the rook as well. He moves in to protect the pawn, I suppose. Then I move the horse. He brings in the bishop. I'm unsure why he would have brought the bishop in that case. Maybe just to put pressure on. Nah, don't think so. No, okay. In this case, if I do this, and probably he can do this, and then this, and I can take with a rook. Ah, it's protected by the horse too. Okay. Alright. But that didn't happen. Okay, this is a good move set. Okay, it's a good one. Okay. It's decent. Okay. Do you have a best here? Yeah, move the horse. Yeah, it's basically it tells me all the time, just move the horse, activate the horse, do something with the horse. Right now I'm minus 3 points just because I'm not using the horse and it's also blocking the rook, so it might very well just be minus 8 points. Okay. Okay, this is not the best. They've been here. Hmm. I'm curious why though. Let's say he moves this one here. What can I do? Steal the horse. And I activate the horse. What if he moves, let's say this one? Then I go like this, and then like this. Yeah, okay, just activate the horse, I suppose. This is considered a mistake. I mean, it is definitely a mistake, but I would consider it to be a blunder. Yeah, could work decently. Probably could bring the bishop here afterwards. Let's see. Show the follow-up. Okay. Wait, what? Why bring it? Just take the rook. Ah, okay, because now the horse is doomed. Okay. Okay, now this guy is defended, so he can go there. Probably here, so he can go up. This one is stuck, so if I go here, yeah, he will go to check me. I'll have to move back. He checks me again. Why not here though? Ah, because he can come. Okay. Wait, let me check it. Show the checkmate. Okay, boom. Okay. And here is the checkmate. Yeah. Because everything is blocked. Okay. Fair enough. And what if I bring it here though? What if I move here? Yeah, because I'm defending myself against the checkmate here. So if I am to do this, show the missed one. Okay. I see. Nothing I can do here. So I suppose it was pretty much done at this point. It's still +1, but the game is severely in his favor. If I do move here. Okay. Yeah, because I can't activate these pieces. If I do this, most probably it's gonna take this one. Since he wants to go here, I'm thinking to go here. He'll have to come here. Yeah, and I can't. Ah, oh, yeah, it's checkmate, obviously. This before. Let me think about it. Okay, so yeah, I think I kind of set me up here for failure when I took this pawn. Maybe I should have done this. Ah, no, because it's the queen is blocked. So maybe just move this one here, I activate the horse. I think it's trying to go active on the queen. What if I do this? Okay. Now, yeah, most probably this one would be, so that one is protected. Okay. Okay. Like this. Yeah, so if I... Huh. Because of this pawn, I think he has a lot of leverage. If I want to do this... Isn't it like a mistake on his part? No, because then it's... He needs to do this. And yeah, I need to do this. Probably he wants to do this. And if I do this... Yeah. And he still has a lot of leverage because of this one. Probably this one to defend it. I have some leverage on this end. Okay. Yeah, that's good and interesting because I'm threatening to take this one or the pawn. So now I have to go back because there's nothing I can do. He threatens to take the horse, which kind of ends it for me. Yeah, it seems like he's in a very advantageous position ever since he got his pawn over here. So I need to go a little bit back before he got this pawn over here. This one allowed him to do a lot of this one move kind of ruined it for me as I can see. Another follow-up, the best. Okay, and he would still do this, but then I can take it. Alright, well, if I'm going out with something from this game is that I should activate the horse way sooner and never allow the opponent to push his pawn so far deep in the on the board. It seems like that one move allowed him a lot of leeway. This would weaken me somewhat, but it'd still not be as bad. I'm thinking of going here, to be honest. Ah, this is a blunder? Ah, yeah, because... Oh, I didn't even see. Right. That's why it was recommended to come here. And then this one will be naturally here. And then I need to move the rook now. Well, honestly, because it's the horse. Free pawn for him. That's why it was probably calculated like this. So, okay. Okay, I need to protect this. And he goes for the rook. Protect the horse. So, I'm thinking of maybe getting one here. And he goes like this. I'm not sure why I would do that. Could very well just maybe do this. Because it's protected by the horse. No, because it's easy to protect. Okay, I see. Why? Because I'm threatening to take the horse here. So he protects it. I still decide to do this. This is a brilliant move. Okay, show me why. Okay. I move forward so I can take the bishop. Okay, he stuck him because I check him. There's a free move, basically. Okay. And now we're on equal material because I sacrificed the bishop for a pawn and he did the same. Huh, interesting. But that wouldn't have happened if he didn't do it. Like, for example, what if he did this? Then what? Okay. I would just go here, I suppose. Yeah, this is protected. Show trapped piece. Yeah, now it's trapped because it doesn't have where to go. And yeah, it's taken. Yeah, alright, so this is the best one. Okay. What about this one then? Okay, show piece trap, okay. Huh. Wait a second. He's forced to take it. I mean, he could very well just ignore it. Okay, he pushes for the pawn, I take the pawn. Why? Because I can come here basically and check it. Or why does it move there? I take the bishop, checks my king. Can very well just come here. Ah, no. It's not a good move there. Okay. Can move the take the four. No, yeah, sure. There's not a bishop anymore there. Protected. This one can't be. Well, maybe here. Yeah. So the leverage decreases by a lot. So I don't think this is a good. Oh, it is. No. Oh, okay. Show missed free piece. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm indeed a bit tired, so I can't concentrate enough on these platitudes. Maybe just coming in here would be enough. If I go here, is an accuracy because you can take this. Okay. That was it? Why would he do that? Anyway, would have been the best move then. Ah, this would have been the best move. Okay, and for him the best. Right, thanks for not working. No, thanks for not working, I suppose. Yeah. Anyway, this is progressive enough, I suppose. Yeah, how things could have went from back here basically if I just move this horse. Actually, not this one. This one, I think. Yeah, so he can't fork me. And then another one here. Then it's another fork. Comes here. This one I understood why it is. This one needs to be protected. This one goes here. This one protects the horse because the queen can go there. This one was pretty interesting to me. I can come and do this. For some reason he goes here. Ah, yeah, because, well, that's the best move. This considering accuracy. Ah, because I can fork them? 3 pieces, in fact. And I force pretty much in exchange. Okay, I see. I suppose that's why he moves the queen here. And then we get bishop for bishop. I see. Yeah, that's an interesting exchange. This one basically saves it. Then this one, because it forces this exchange. Now the bishop is stuck. So, yeah. But it's only if he does this. Because he can very well just do anything else. I don't know, maybe this can start best, I suppose. Nah, maybe this, for example. I can check. So then he goes here, for example. Ah, it's the queen. Yeah. Okay. It was basically forcing the queen to get it. So this then. Accuracy. Because I can take this. Ah, and it doesn't take a pawn, I suppose. Well, alright. I think I can understand what I could have done better in this exchange, so I don't get into the position that I got, which was very disadvantageous. This was a pretty complex review, and I hope I've memorized some of the variations that I could have come up with. Well, thank you for watching. See you on the next one.